Welcome to section 4 of Make My Seating template. So in this section we are going to learn a lot of advanced formulas. So now I am in the temporary page for the seating. So now I am going to bring all the students based on the value which I enter for the department 1. I have prepared it for the department 1. Now I am going to copy it the same thing and prepare it for the department 2. Before doing that, lock the reference because I am going to copy it in another column, so it will change the reference. So I am going to lock it by adding the dollar symbol before that column name, that is B, C, D, E, F, G and ABC. By adding the dollar symbol before that letter, I can lock the column being changed from its reference when I copy it from one place to another. So till now I have done it for names. Now I am going to duplicate this for the hall ticket number. So copy it till the department 7, copy it and paste it, Ctrl V. So I am going to change the heading name to hall ticket number there using the find and replace. You can bring this by clicking Ctrl H. So now I have replaced all the name with the hall ticket number for all the 7 departments here. So for example, I am entering the number of students for the first hall, and I am entering few values, and let's proceed with that. Look at the hall design. There were 4 columns and there were only 6 rows. So 6 into 4, 24. So I can allocate only 24 students, and I'm going to reduce the number of counts according to it. Since I have linked the B2 to B8 to that first hall, so all the values which I have entered there have appeared here. Now we are going to allocate the students based on the count which we have given. So use if formula, and I'm going to use that formula to bring the first 5 students to the hall 1. So I have given it as 5 CSE students, and I want to bring all those 5 CSE students to the column O. So if 5, that is the B2 value is greater than or equal to 1, so it is greater than or equal to 1, then I must get the name from, so the name is in temporary file of name list. I should get the name, first name, comma, value if false. So if there is nothing, I want to leave it as empty. So by using this, I have brought the first name there. Since I have not logged the reference, so I am adding the dollar symbol before 2. So by adding so, I can log the reference that it will not change the reference until the end. But here, instead of 5 students, it has displayed now 9 students where I have dropped. The reason behind it is the greater than or equal to 1. So I am changing the number for each column. For first one it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I keep on changing the reference number by adding 1. I want to make it easy. I can't enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 every rows for every cells, so I just give the reference to the temporary files. Instead of their 1, already in the temp file there is a reference called 1, so I have given the reference to that particular page, temp A2. Just drag it down until the end. So consider there were 30 students can be allocated to the first hall, so I drag it till 30. By dragging, the reference gets changed because I have not locked it, so it changes from temp A2 to temp A3, A4, A5 and so on. So by comparing the values between B2 and temp A2, 3, 4 values, it will display the name. When the value B2 value is less than the temp value, it will stop displaying the name. So let's go to the hall 2 to define its formula to get the remaining names. So here in the second hall I entered, there were 3 students. So here we need to be very careful regarding the formulas and listen carefully which formulas we are going to use. I am going to use offset also here. So let's begin with the formula. If C2 is greater than or equal to, so temporary value 1, that is temp A2. If it is greater than or equal to temp A2 value, so I want to lock the reference, so just use the dollar symbol to lock it. Temp A2. What should I do? Here already I have entered 5 names, so I want to offset those 5 names. So I want to skip those 5 names, so use offset command to skip those 5 names. Type offset and it is asking the reference from where I need to offset. So select that first name, so I want to offset from that first name, comma, how many rows I need to offset. So I want to offset 5 rows. So how can I enter it? So give the reference to B2. So I want to offset B2 number of rows. So B2 has 5 and these are the fixed reference. So I am giving the dollar symbol to fix the reference so that it may not change when I copy it from one cell to another. So the C2 value is also fixed and there also enter the dollar symbol. Plus here is a small adjustment, you can understand it later. Temp A1, that is the value 0, so when you drag it down, it will change from A1, A2, A3 and so on. So I want to fix the reference for that also, comma, column is 0 and height enter as 1, width enter as 1, and now comma, value false. If the value is not satisfied, the first value is not satisfied, enter blank. So now the 6th name has appeared there. So when you double click on it, it will enter the formulas in all the 30 columns. Now see, you have given 3 and the 3 names have appeared there. So next go to the next hall, number 3. So for hall number 3, I have allocated 2 students. I want to bring the two students there. If the same formulas, D2 is greater than or equal to temporary A2, log the reference, log the column reference, and here for D2 you need to log the row reference because D2 is fixed, it need not to be changed, comma value if true. Use the offset command and go to where I want to offset it. So I want to offset from the first name, that is the B3. So B3 is a fixed, so I want to log the reference. Number of rows, how many rows I want to skip. So I want to skip the rows of B hall number 1 and hall number 2. So I can enter B2, it is a fixed reference, plus C3, it is C2, it is also fixed reference. So I am adding the dollar symbol before I have fixed the row. So I want to skip those 2 numbers. Plus temp A1, it is the additional one. So I want to skip this much of numbers. Columns is 0, so leave it empty, and height 1 and width 1. Now value false, leave it as empty. So it has appeared the 9th name, and by double click you can enter the formulas to all the cells. Now see the 2 names have appeared here. Follow the same for the remaining halls. Here I am doing a small change. Instead of adding individually, I am using the formula sum, SUM. So this sum will add all the cells at once. So sum from which one to which, from B to D. So by using the sum you can add all the cells at once. So I am locking the reference there. You can do the same for all other things, for all other halls also. Look here, the name has not changed to the next because you haven't added the temp which we added in the previous cells. So here it is, that is the use why I add the temp A1 every time. So it will make the name to skip 1 every time. So that is why I am adding it. If you are tired of entering the values for a long time, there is a shortcut. Just copy, paste, and only change the reference value which we need to be changed. So when you see here only few values are changed, so I am just copying it, Ctrl C and equal to Ctrl V. So I am pasting it, I am changing the reference. So first the height is changed to high, and then the value is sum of B to G. Now G is changed to height. So this is the only change which I need to make, and have done it. So that's very simple. Now I'm copying it from height, all height, and again equal to Ctrl V. I'm pasting it. Now I'm changing that I is changed to J, and sum of B to height, the sum of B to height, and the height is changed to I. So now it is very easy, you can enter the formulas within few seconds. So do the same for all the remaining hall number 10, 11 and 12. And now it's over for department 1 for all the 12 halls. Since there is only 25 students in the first department, so it stopped with 25, and remaining columns and remaining halls is left free. So everything is over for department 1. So before going to the department 2, I am going to log all the references, because I am going to copy this and paste it for the remaining departments. By doing so, I need not to take much time. I just change it by pressing Ctrl H and changing only few things, replacing few things, so that I can do it for the other departments. So in the next section, let's see how to copy this from this place to the other departments and prepare our whole sheet. Until then, see you, bye.